Hello and happy November 1st. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Um, Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about picking your niche. Picking your niche is the most important thing that you can do for your online business. And we're going to talk about why, or at least why I think it's important. A lot of people, in my opinion, do this wrong. And if you pick wrong in the very beginning, you're going to have an uphill battle. There's a bunch of things that you can do wrong when it comes to picking your niche. And I see a lot of people making these mistakes. Now, if you have questions about picking a niche, if you have questions like what is a niche, hi, caffeine, crime, and cookies, how are you today? So I am streaming live on two YouTube channels, three different Facebook things, LinkedIn, TikTok, as well as Twitter. So if you have questions, definitely throw them out there. I'll try and get to them. But there's a bunch of things that people do wrong when it comes to picking their niche. And picking your niche is obviously, I think, the most important thing for a number of reasons. One thing that people do wrong is they pick the niche based on how much money they think they can make. Now, that is hugely wrong for a number of reasons, I believe, because you wind up chasing the money. And it's like what I've mentioned before. People that chase the money, especially when it comes to digital marketing, oftentimes they never find it. How do you make money online? You solve people's problems, caffeine, crime, and cookies. You make money online by finding problems that people are having and solving them. That's all make money online is, and people overcomplicate it so much that they've got themselves spinning in circles, running in circles. Think about everything that you've purchased in the last, I don't know, 6 months, last 3 days. It's all solved a problem. Now, all you have to do is one problem, identify one problem, and then keep solving that one problem. See, making money online is actually really boring. Most people don't realize it because you're essentially doing the same thing every single day. But all you have to do, hey, thanks for the follow on TikTok. All you have to do is find one problem. For example, there's a blog out there that answers the question, can dogs eat certain foods? Can cats eat certain foods? That's one problem. There's another blog out there that talks about fish tanks. So, like 75-gallon fish tanks. There are people that are asking questions about those fish tanks, and you can create content to help solve that problem. That's all you have to do. Do I have mentorship? Yes. I have a couple levels of mentorship. We have weekly coaching, that's a group mentorship, and then I do one on one as well. Alston, how do I make product reviews without actually having the product? Well, you need to study the product. I cannot buy all the products I want to review. Is that unethical? If you study the product, you become a local expert. Any chance you can donate me money? No chance at all. How do I get a coffee at my house for sale, Ontario? How do I get a? I don't even know what that means, but good luck with it. Um, so the first thing that people do, which is wrong, is they try and get into a niche based on the amount of money they can make. What you have to realize is you have to realize that there are literally trillions of dollars. What's your favorite music genre? And I used to say genre, but it's genre. Um, I don't know. I don't really have like a favorite. I like everything 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I don't really listen to any of the new stuff. Um, but if you chase the money, you will never catch it. If I don't ask, I don't get. But, I guess. Well, instead of begging on YouTube, why don't you learn a skill that will pay you again and again and again? But Alston, before you said that don't spend too much time picking a niche because there's no such thing as a perfect niche, so I'm a bit confused. Well, there's nothing to be confused about. There is no such thing as the perfect niche. Literally, there are trillions of dollars that are being passed back and forth every single day in everything. So find a niche that you know stuff about and do a little bit of more research and create content. Yeah, I don't want you spending a bunch of time trying to find the perfect niche. Hello, Miss G, how are you today? Because there's no such thing. The people that are trying to find the perfect niche, the niche that's untapped and not quote unquote saturated, they never get off the ground because there's no such thing as the perfect niche. There's a niche that how's the Amazon FBA going? I just looked and I think I made 3 sales today. So I'll just quick side quest, and I haven't created a video on it in a while, so I should do that. I meant to do it 2 weeks ago when my stuff got to Amazon. So like 2 weeks ago, my stuff finally got to Amazon. This week, I think I've made like 5. Well, today's Wednesday. I think in the last 7 days. Yeah, my favorite is Yacht Rock. That is something that I'm getting into. It's funny. It's weird. But yeah, Yacht Rock. How much do I need to invest for Amazon FBA? I think that depends on the product. It depends on, so with Amazon FBA, and here we're going to go on a little side quest here. It's a lot of hurry up and wait because you got to go out and find the product. You've got to go out and source the product. You've got to get samples for that product. A lot of it is a hurry up and wait. How much did I invest? So I have one product that I don't know. That's not a good answer. So you got to pay for the product. You've got to pay for shipping. You've got to pay for pictures. You've got to pay for an inspection. I probably spent maybe 8,000, maybe, and then you got to run ads. So maybe like 8,000 on one product, and that product is a cheaper product. So I think it's like a $30 product. I'm in the process of finding a supplier for a product that's going to be like $90. 8,000. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Which isn't terrible, but it's only a test product. It's only a test order. The test order is only like 300 units. So if that does well, that's a good genre. Do you have a favorite band artist? I have a bunch. I don't know that I have a favorite band or artist. But 8,000, it's only a test order, but a lot of that stuff is one time purchases. While 8,000 is ridiculous for Amazon FBA. Anyway, what other things that people do wrong when it comes to picking a niche? They chase the money and they don't niche down. Hey, do you need a virtual assistant? I have 3 of them right now. So I don't think I need a 4th. I do need somebody to keep me organized because, yeah, Alibaba was what I use. So I currently have 3 virtual assistants, but I'll probably have to find somebody eventually to keep me organized because I am all over the place. Or I could probably just use project management software. That's probably the best organizational tool. I could help you with that. I need to figure out what needs to be organized. So that's one of the things people don't realize. Before you can have someone help you with organization, you need to figure out what needs to be organized first. And once you have that, then you can start looking for people to help you. Like if you don't have standard operating procedures, you're just going to have 2 people flying in the wind instead of just 1 person. So the other issue that the other thing people don't do is they don't niche down enough. Okay. So when you're starting with affiliate marketing, selling digital products, people want to go broad. Okay. And to help illustrate when it comes to niching down, we can talk about make money online. So the top level niche is called wealth. You post a lot of content, thought you were already organized. No, I am not organized. The only organization I have is what goes on in my mind. And I have a bunch of these papers floating around with things that I want to get done in a given day, but most of it doesn't get done. and I always have new projects and new ideas that I want to do. And so, um, I'm not as organized as I'd like to be, but in order to figure that out, I need to figure out what needs to be figured out. Caffeine, Crime, and Cookie says, "What did you go to school for?" I have my first bachelor's degree was in communications. I have an MBA. I started working on a PhD, but it was boring. I stopped with a 3.9 GPA, and then I have a second bachelor's degree in computer science. Uh, yeah, I wanted to start selling the blank notebooks, but Amazon wants like $500 to start. Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, so the top level niche is wealth. Within wealth, we have people that maybe want to make money online, people that want to make money offline. And then did the computer science help you? Yeah, my last job working for somebody else, I was a software developer. And I had a couple AWS certifications. So under wealth, people want to maybe save money, invest money, make money. Then within make money, we have people that want to make money online, people that want to make money offline, people that maybe want to find a better job. Let's say make money online. There is print on demand. There's affiliate marketing. There's digital products. Is Etsy good to start with? It depends on what you're doing. It can be good. It's also it's just like another skill. You've got to learn that skill. Your video on Halloween in the snow inspired me to create videos for my weather prep blog. Hey, happy to help, Bristol. Yeah, no, that was not fun yesterday. It was like near whiteout conditions. At times it was whiteout conditions on October 31st in Wisconsin. So that was not fun. Can you make videos on freelancing as well? I have videos on freelancing. Talking about niches, what niche do you recommend for a faceless YouTube channel within video? Yeah, we were freezing. It was not fun. For that question, it really all depends. Any niche can work. It really depends on the quality of the video, the quality of the thumbnail. I mean, just for the other side hustle besides affiliate marketing, because it's a long-term game. Etsy is a long-term game too. You got to continuously post on Etsy multiple times per month, if not weekly. And you got to keep, well, one thing that you can do is you can create variations of something that you've created. For example, if you do like a meal prep planner, you have to do maybe 10 versions of that meal prep planner for it to work. So you might want to do like a blue one and a pink one and a green one and an orange one. And then you keep uploading to find what works. So, there's no, at least I don't know of any quick fixes available on the internet. Everything is, and especially in 2023, everything is a grind. Everything is going to take consistency and persistence. So one mistake a lot of people make is they don't niche down far enough because they feel like, hey, if I niche down too far, I am not going to talk to anybody. But the adverse is that there are 4 billion people that have access to the internet. And if you niche down and you talk to a hyper specific group of people, you are still talking to tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. And so don't be afraid to niche down. And you'll also be able to build a little bit more credibility. How can I get over my fear of starting out in affiliate marketing? So when I first got started, what do you promote? I promote all sorts of stuff. It depends on the niche. Like I promote everything from pet insurance to veterinarian consultations. I've got digital products that I sell. I sell travel planners and travel checklists, all sorts of stuff. How long have you been doing this? My kids are 8, so like 7, 8, 9 years. Let's see. Your video on Halloween. I think, it was recent. I have a blog about prepping for WW3, but I don't get any views. Can you suggest something? Without knowing the blog and what you've done so far, that'd be kind of difficult. Like I don't think a lot of people are searching WW3, but they might be searching bug out bags and things like that. Can you suggest niches? What I'd recommend that you do is you start typing in, would you put planners on your site or Etsy? Both. I used to sell, the website was called like Your Life in Planners. I used to sell chore charts, chore checklists using Facebook ads. So you can sell them on your own. You can sell more on your own. I personally prefer selling on my own versus selling on Etsy. But Etsy is good because there's built-in traffic. You just have to learn the SEO game. You have to learn how to play the SEO game. How can I get over my fear? Oh, this is a good question. So for me, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not big on social media. I'm not big on being on camera, but I asked myself, what's more important to me? How I feel, my feelings, or my end goal of never working for somebody ever again? And so, you've got to find that internal motivation, because what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of not making any money? You're not making any money right now with affiliate marketing because you're afraid of it. What is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of being on camera? Why? What's the worst that someone can say? They can type something mean to you. You can block it. You guys would be surprised the stuff that gets typed to me on a daily basis. You just block them and you move on to the next thing. Like, what is it about affiliate marketing that you fear? To me, that's an irrational fear. You're currently living the worst case scenario. You're currently not making any money. You're currently stressed out and frustrated. The alternative is you do something and then you start seeing some sort of result. Yeah. So can you suggest niches? What I would do is I would just start looking up keywords related to preppers. Again, they're looking up things. Are you live on YouTube? Yep, I'm live on YouTube. 2 YouTube channels, personal Facebook group, and Facebook business page, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. So I'm live in like 8 different places. Do I get a commission for wearing Funnel Hacker shirt? No, I don't. I should. And that would be more of a brand deal or sponsorship and not a commission. This was just the first shirt that I grabbed. Do you see yourself in the future as a director? Yeah. So part of the reason why I'm doing all of these different things is so that eventually I can hire people to do them for me. I hope that I'll be able to put together a team of content creators so that I can transition to not being on camera as much and be more of a kind of like a leader, figurehead, CEO type of thing. Because right now, if I'm creating all of the content, I'm working, in the business. The business stops if I stop. How likely is it someone to buy a planner? So you got to realize when it comes to buying things, are you solving a problem? Are you saving the money, or are you making money? If you're doing those things, it's very likely that someone will buy it. There's probably like 50 planners that are being bought every minute. Let's see. Bristol says, make a niche tree like a family tree until you get super niche down, plug away at that audience. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Or you can start with a product or service. For example, I keep using Bug Out, but are there Bug Out bags that doomsday preppers buy? Are there certain types of foods that they buy? Are there certain types of bunkers? Are they making like, a few years ago, bunkers were a huge thing. And so are those people looking up those types of things? Let's see. Not sure if anyone has asked this question, but What would be some free traffic methods in 2024 you would promote a review blog that promotes Amazon products, like in my case, video games? So what I would do is, if you're doing a blog for video games, I'm going to start your blog, obviously, and then you can actually create TikTok videos about the video games you're reviewing. Simple. A lot of your target market is already on TikTok, and so you can either play the games yourself, or you can, you can do the reviews. You can do gameplay. I think there's a lot of options, and you don't even have to show your face if you're just playing the video games on TikTok. And I think you can go live on TikTok to play games. So that's what I would do. I would also check and see if people are looking up the video games that you want to talk about on Pinterest, and send Pinterest pins and make Pinterest pins based on that. Do you have a video on creating planners on YouTube? I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a video on creating planners. Now, one of my VAs actually creates the planners for me, because the reason I know for a fact that I don't have any videos on planners, because I am not good with design. Design is a blind spot of mine. I don't need things to be pretty in order to use them. And so design is a huge blind spot of mine. It's a weak point. Is a review blog good to start? Depends on what you're reviewing. If you're finding new products in a niche, then a review blog could be a good place to start. Any questions about niches? Bug out bags, canning, food preservation, growing your own food, like that. Yeah, perfect. Get to the root of it. How did you do that? Go live in 8 places. So I'm using a software called Restream.io, and it allows me to stream in multiple places. However, TikTok is weird, and you need a stream key and all the other stuff, and I didn't want to go through that jazz. So I'm just using my smartphone for TikTok, but everything else I'm using Restream.io. Let's see here. Thank you. My fear is not making money, but like you said, I'm living the worst case scenario right now. Yeah, so you're living the worst case scenario. If you do a little bit of work, you might actually accidentally start making some money. So, yeah, worst case scenario. What about personal products to review? So what I would do if I'm starting a blog is I would focus on newer products, because there isn't as much content around new products as there are old products. Yeah, your title says nice instead of niche, assuming that was the intent. Thanks. I don't get hung up on spelling, grammar. It is what it is. If I were to do affiliate marketing every day starting today, how long do you think it would take to start making money? Impossible to say. It's a very general question. How are you doing affiliate marketing? What are you doing? What are you promoting? What type of content are you creating? How good is the content? That's an impossible question. Anybody that could give you a number of days based on that question is trying to sell you something and run for the hills. What if you can find opportunities with low keywords with relevant products? Yeah, then give it a shot. Let's see. How about nutrition? I'm good with nutrition. Based on your name, I would say that's easy. What is the best way to find indirect competitors? You can use the glossary. If you're starting a blog, I would use the glossary method. So type in like Doomsday Prepper glossary, and then you're going to find all sorts of people. If you're using paid keyword research tool like Ahrefs, you can type in a keyword and then just look at the SERP, the blogs that show up on the first. I mean, you could do that without, but it'll take longer. But just look and see what blog posts show up or blogs show up on the first page. But yeah, start with how much do you make per month? It depends on the month. Some months are good, some months are a struggle. Depends. My issue is I want an intro and out, just something to keep the attention. I'm not sure what that means. What's the best way? Oh yeah, so the glossary method I think works out really well. But ultimately, what I recommend is don't get so hung up on trying to find the perfect niche. As I mentioned, make sure that you are niching down so that you feel like you're talking to a small group of people, because that small group of people still winds up being 10, 20, 30, 40 people. Can you make a video on how to get projects as a freelance software engineer? I made a video about how to find web design clients. It's basically the same thing. What's your thoughts on the dating niche, especially if we niche down? Any niche can work. What's your traffic source? How are you going to drive traffic? How are you going to monetize it? Any niche can work. For whatever reason on TikTok, my entire feed is nothing but dating advice and relationship advice. No matter how many times I reset my algorithm, every third video is something for the TikTok shop. Every fourth video is an ad, and then the other two are something about dating. How good is it? Let's see. So how CC come in with an intro before going live? So how content creators come in with an intro? I think I could do an intro. It's all software if you want to do that. But I would not worry about that stuff until you're actually having substantial traffic. Don't spend time on things that aren't going to bring you money. Is having an intro and outro going to bring you money? Probably not. So don't waste your time on it. Just go live, connect with your audience. Once you start bringing the money, you can get fancy. How good is that SEO tool you use? Is it really worth it? When you're spending money, what field is not saturated? Every field is saturated. That's basically what I've been saying. Every field is saturated. Saturation does not matter. It's not a determining factor if you're going to be successful or not. So tools save you time. I could probably say that using Ahrefs saves me 10, 15, 20 hours. So when people ask, are tools worth it? What's your time worth? Would you rather spend 10 hours trying to find 30 keywords, or would you rather spend 45 minutes trying to find keywords? What's your time worth per hour? And then you'll be able to figure out for yourself if investing in a paid keyword research tool. Are you on LinkedIn? Yes. But I don't really respond to DMs and stuff, if that's what you mean. It's how you approach the niche that gets you traffic. Find a twist that works for you. Yep, that's correct. So the copyright for Mickey Mouse is almost up. Will it be possible to use the image for Etsy after? I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer. No idea how that works. Is dropshipping dead in affiliate marketing? Not that I know of. every business opportunity works. It just matters your tolerance for it. If you're willing to, whoa, Bob Knight passed away. If you're willing to learn that opportunity, you can be successful in it. If you're willing to learn and master the process of that opportunity, you can be successful in it. Drop shipping, affiliate marketing, Amazon, FBA, whatever it is. If you have the patience to learn and master that skill, because it's all skills. Everything is just one skill. Learning drop shipping is a skill. Learning Amazon FBA. What about conspiracy theories? Yeah, what about them? The question would be is how do you monetize conspiracy theories? How would you monetize that? Oh, that's what I want to do. Where am I? Is dropshipping dead? So yeah, with SEO, any tool is it going, how much is your time worth? Excuse me, versus, you know, doing the long thing. How can you monetize about writing a sport? So I think that's, kind of easy. Writing about a sport's kind of easy. Are there products that the players are there products or services that the players need? I want you to give ideas, because the only way you can truly learn is if you try and figure some of this stuff out for yourself. What are some ways that you could monetize a sport? How could you monetize soccer? Give me some ideas how you could monetize soccer. It's really simple. And so one thing that I'm seeing is that the internet marketers, the people that make money online, the people that are successful, they go out and they try and figure it out on their own. If they run into a hurdle, they run into a roadblock, they try and solve it on their own. And then if they can't solve it, that's when they go seek help. The people that struggle are the ones that want everything handed to them. And you can kind of tell which people will be successful and which won't by one's ability to try and figure it out on your own. You'll get it much easier if you try and figure it out on your own. Should I do Amazon affiliate when I got hit in last Google update in October? Should I do Amazon affiliate when I got hit? I don't know what that means. The people that are successful online are the ones that attempt to figure it out. They try and problem solve. And if you can problem solve, you can be really successful online. The people that aren't successful wait for someone to hand them the answers. So if you wanted to go into the sport niche, and sport is too general, there are like 30 different sports. If you want to go into the sport niche, first I'd pick a sport, like football, for example. And then I would think about all of the different subtopics within football. What are the different subtopics that you could cover within football? And then once you niche down, figure out the different monetization opportunities. Like right now, I'm thinking about football. There's like 20 different ways that you could go. How do you market? You create content. You create content that's helpful. My site got hit by the Google update that happened in October. I was about to put Amazon affiliate, but I don't know if I should now. Please give suggestions. Give it a shot. I don't know anything about your website, so try Amazon affiliate. The worst they could say is no. I mean, I don't know. Is it a red flag to post more than one blog post daily? No. As long as you're not going crazy and posting like 10 or 20, doing 2 blog posts per day is not. What do you do with the ideas or businesses you started but haven't followed through? I shut down 2 EINs today, but that still leaves 9. I just keep going. I start them and then I try and pick them back up. But I got, you get tons of ideas. I think people are scared to make links, take risks. Yeah, that's going to be a huge differentiating factor, is the people that are willing to take risks versus the people that aren't. The people that are waiting for a sure thing, excuse me, the people that are waiting for a sure thing will have to work for somebody else because nothing about online business is a sure thing. Absolutely nothing about it is. And so you're starting an online business, creating content is a huge risk, because you could create content until you're blue in the face and never get anywhere, never be successful. But if you are not doing anything and you're not taking any risk, you won't be successful. Hey, thanks for the likes that are coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, failing is part of the process. And if you're afraid to fail, starting an online business is not for you. Because I guarantee you will fail many times. In fact, do you have a video on how to do YouTube faceless? I think I have some. In fact, you will fail a bunch of times. If you're writing blog posts and you're doing YouTube videos, some of those YouTube videos are going to fail. Some of those blog posts aren't going to rank. And if you're afraid of that, then don't quit your day job. But if you understand that that's a part of the process and that everybody that has ever been successful online has failed multiple times, you're only seeing their finished product, their end product, but they failed multiple times. Does your wife work? Yes. They've failed multiple times before they were successful. Like name one person, think about the most successful internet person. Russell Brunson, he's talked about how he's failed. I don't know Jeff Bezos' whole story, but I can assure you he has failed. There have been times where everybody's been close to giving up because it feels like nothing's working. And then right before they give up, a little glimmer of hope works. And they say, hey, I'm just going to keep doing more of that. And then they keep doing more of that and they're successful. Russell Brunson talks about how ClickFunnels failed or almost failed. He kept relaunching it. I'm hoping one of these birds will fly. Yeah, you just got to keep putting lines into the lake. Eventually one of these fish is going to bite. And that's where that stubborn consistency and persistence comes in. You have to be persistent and like a stubborn, I'm going to do this. I don't need a safety net. Well, I mean, you shouldn't quit your job, but that's where that stubborn persistence comes in. I'm just going to keep putting lines into the lake and eventually I'm going to catch me a whale. But that's basically it. Those are the people that are successful. I'm just going to keep going and keep going. I failed. That's okay. I'm going to get right back at it. And then eventually something just clicks. Any other questions? What is today's date? Today's the 31st. No, today's the 1st. First of the month. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Hey, that's not bad at all. Only successful if you catch a whale, though. Plenty of people never do. Okay. That's true. Some people don't. If you want to have that aspect where some people never do, then some people, they don't. I choose to look at it like I'm going to be one of those select few that will. And because I have been that person that says I'm not going to give up and I'm going to keep working, I'm doing okay. So, I mean, I guess it's all about mindset. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for the kind words. I have so many things I'm invested in. I'm just trying to narrow them down. Yeah, narrow down, focus on one. Focus on one, perfect one, and then that's when you can start shifting into other things. Yeah. I think it's Rowan on TikTok says, only successful if you catch a whale, though. Plenty of people never do. I think part of the issue, though, there's a few things. One, they don't have that stubborn persistence. And I think another huge problem is that a lot of the expectations are misaligned. Okay, and I talked about this before. Everyone says that they've got to make 100K per year. You don't make 100K now. You're working a regular desk job and you're making 65K. What's wrong with making 65K from home but then you don't got to go work for anybody. So I think there's a lot of misaligned expectations. I think people expect to just have 10K fall out of the sky and not really willing to do what it takes, sacrifice, not go out and have a drink with your friends or not watch TV, be willing to do those things. I figured out my niche by thinking about what I could focus on, even with the flu or sleep deprivation. If you can power through your day and still create content, that's your niche. Yeah, it's a good way to go. What's the one thing you would do to gain passive income right now? I would probably, if money were no object, I'd hire more people. I'd hire people to do more stuff. I'd hire a team of people just to create content on TikTok. Yeah, I hate the spotlight. I just want to make the money. Can't have one without the other. I mean, you could. Let me back up. You could be successful online and never be in the spotlight. But that requires writing a blog, starting a blog, creating Pinterest pins. You could do faceless, but it takes longer to be successful. Excuse me. It takes longer to be successful. There's ways. You don't have to be in the spotlight. There are tons of affiliate marketers that are successful, and you would never know who they are. You could learn YouTube ads and Facebook ads and even TikTok ads and run ads directly to your landing page or an offer. There are ways where you never have to show your face. I might create a video about that. Would you guys be interested in that type of video? How to start affiliate marketing without showing your face? 5 ways to do affiliate marketing with never showing your face. That would be one, start a blog is an easy one. We could do faceless YouTube videos, but that's more challenging. Like I said, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, and then run them to a landing page. Maybe I'll do that video. But yeah, you don't have to be on camera. I guarantee you there are many more affiliate marketers that you've never seen or heard of than the people that you see talking about affiliate marketing. Thank you for still doing a live. I am working on selling wallpaper just using Printify and Etsy. Would it be great to use TikTok Shop and Pinterest? So I'm testing TikTok Shop now. What I'm doing, I created a print-on-demand iPhone case, and what I was trying to, because right now TikTok is basically, if you have the shop linked to any of the content, your content's like guaranteed to go viral. So what I did was I created a print-on-demand iPhone case or cover, and then I just make regular videos. Those videos do a little bit better. However, I keep getting a slap on the wrist from TikTok saying that I'm not using it properly. I was really hoping I could use that loophole to go viral and stuff like that, but that's not how it's kind of working, because what they wind up doing is suppressing the video after it gets a bunch of views. So I wonder how they know that I'm not. And I thought about maybe doing something different where I mention the product at the end of the video. I think I'm going to try that next time. So I'm going to make a regular video talking about digital products or whatever. And then I'll say at the end of the video, hey, if you're interested in an iPhone cover, check out my TikTok shop. I want to see if that gets around. Do you need to have, so I have a business TikTok shop. I don't think you need 1,000 followers. Would I be able to do that for my Thanksgiving table? You could. You just be prepared that you're going to have to mail it out. But yeah, you could do that. Start a TikTok shop for your stuff. I think that would probably work out really well. I hope it works well with Christmas wrapping paper. I'm going to try something like that. That could work. Thanksgiving, Christmas, do every holiday. Maybe do wrapping paper for Do stuff for Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day wrapping paper. Just go around and around and around with it. I want to make a digital downloading calendar. How would I go about doing that? I don't know. Maybe you could use Etsy. Excellent. I'm creating a digital version too. Yeah. So you can't sell digital products yet on TikTok Shop, only physical products. I made 4 websites, 3 in the weight loss niche, 1 in the freelancing niche, and I'm not getting much traffic. They all contain useful content with affiliate marketing products. How can I get traffic? Pinterest pins. Create Pinterest pins that point back to your individual blog post. Hey, thanks for the follow. Dan the Man, Pest Control. Pinterest pins that point back to individual blog post. I would also look at the keywords that you're writing on. If you're writing on keywords that have a lot of competition, it doesn't matter how good your content is or how good you believe your content is, which is really important. It all depends on competition. So if you're writing on, if you're writing on the keyword, how to start freelancing, which is going to be really competitive, you're not going to rank. Even if you wrote a 20,000 word dissertation about it, it's not going to rank because it's too competitive and you're a brand new site, I imagine, a small site. Thanks for the likes. Keep them coming in if you would. I'd appreciate it. Any other questions? Man, was it the last time I was on live? Matthew Perry passed away, and then Bob Knight. Craziness. Any other questions? Yeah, I think TikTok Shop could work out really well for you, Bristol. And it's a way of getting a bunch of views. Like if you look at my TikTok account, some of the videos that have gotten like 900 views is because I put a link to my TikTok Shop. And again, the TikTok Shop has an iPhone case that I just threw on there just so that I could have something. Can you start with a free blog site to Pinterest pins to and then switch over to a paid site? So yes and no. And I made a Pinterest video about this. You can do that. However, the problem is Pinterest wants you to verify your site. How did he pass away? I don't know. Pinterest wants you to verify your site. And the only way to do that is to put a piece of code on your site. And if you're doing a free site like Google Sites, you won't have access to it. The iPhone case is print on demand, yes. I think it's through like Printful. You can set it up. And then if they buy it, it gets shipped out by Printful or whomever that does it. But yeah. So you can start for free. I'd recommend that you invest the $3 per month if you want to be taken serious as an online entrepreneur. Spend the $85 to get your own website, and then you can embed the code that Pinterest requires on your website. So yeah, you can start for free. I don't recommend it. Why make other people money? I was going to finish editing a video today, but I don't feel like it. Any other questions for me today? Some ways that you can find a niche. Take a look at your hobbies. Take a look at things that you're interested in. Take a look at things that you've recently purchased, because everything that you've purchased is tied to a niche. For example, what do I have lying around here? This is a home security camera. Thanks for the likes that are coming in. This is a indoor camera. This is obviously home security tied to a niche. I've got all sorts of camera equipment around here. This camera stand right here, this is a desktop stand. Obviously cameras, desktop, all sorts of stuff. Thanks for the follow, Steve. I appreciate it. Let's see. We got a couple more questions. I have an old blog that I started in 2010. I make digital products occasionally, but it's probably more expensive to keep it going. Should I shut it down? I need SEO help. If you're getting traffic, I wouldn't shut it down. What's the heated camping chair you bought? So my wife on Sweetest Day, did I say that about the heated camping chair? I don't remember ever talking about it. If it gets traffic, I would keep it. But yeah, my wife bought it for Sweetest Day. Apparently the camping chair doesn't come with batteries, and the battery's on back order. So I have no idea how well it works, which is not so good. Is Etsy a good place to start selling digital products? My personal preference would be for you to sell your digital products on your own. Sell it through your content, sell it through Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, because you're going to be able to make more money in the long run. You'll be able to make money by collecting customer data. Oh, is it in a 10-day workbook? I forgot what page is that on? But yeah, the batteries are in back order. And so this is one of my first digital products that I created. This was a chore chart. I did a whole little checklist. And it was ugly. The website was ugly. But I targeted parents, women that had kids that were like middle school age. That's funny. So hey, Bristol, what did you think about the workbook? Were you able to go through it? I don't even know what page that's on, but yeah, it sounds like it's in the start when you show what questions to ask yourself. Oh, that's funny. I'll have to look and figure out where that is. Anyway, yeah. Any other questions? I was interested in trying it. Yeah, that's why I asked about indirect competition. I'm trying to narrow down my target audience for my artwork. There's this like plastic bubble wrap thing that you can buy. I saw it on TikTok. What is the best site to start? What site is best to start on for a website? I personally recommend Bluehost for beginners. Real easy to set up. You can have your first blog up and running within like 20 minutes. Start with Bluehost and go from there. How to make a digital download. Canva. Let's see here. Day 1, page 15, finding your 5K niche. Huh. Now, I've got something to take a look at. That's funny. That's really funny. You're welcome. You are welcome. And this actually took me about 10 days to put together. And I'll be giving this away for free. I have just about everything I need to set up. And this will be free soon. Be giving this away soon. I got to fix the page numbers. I think I got the page numbers messed up. But yeah. Yippers. Any other questions for me today? No other questions? Well, I intend on going live every day in November. Something's probably bound to happen for me to not do that. But yeah, we'll see you about the same time tomorrow. Be sure to like, comment, follow, share, do all that good stuff. Let the algorithm know that this information is helpful. If not, we will see you guys tomorrow. You have a great night.